The elements aren't just inside of you, they live in your bones. Fire in your blood, water in your tears, air in your breath, and earth in your body. And when you awaken the dragons of each element, you're not just finding balance. You're reclaiming your original code of power. Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to the U R Immeasurable podcast. As always, I'm Tonesha Hyde, your host. And today we're stepping into the realm I've been really just itching to share with you. And that's the elemental dragons. You've heard me talk about dragon energy before, but this is different. This is about the dragons who carry the elemental codes, the sacred keys to balance, healing, and creation. And when you align with them, the chaos calms, the fog lifts, your power stops leaking, and you start to move through life with an unshakable sense of harmony. So grab your glass and let's get into this episode. Hello, lovelies. Welcome back to season 4 of the U R Immeasurable podcast. I'm Tonesha Hyde, your host, your divine business alchemist, energy healer, your sacred mirror and confidence agitator, and sometimes I'm even gonna be your warrior mystic for this journey back to the most unapologetic version of yourself. For this season, we're coming with a whole new frequency. We're going to be going deeper into richer truths, soul-rooted conversations, and fearless reclamation. We're definitely going to stay anchored in divine alignment, but this time we're also going to be pulling power from our shadows. We're going to be healing through our intuition. We're going to be tapping into ancestral wisdom and being sure to honor our sacred rage. Now, a little bit of truth. The journey back to yourself isn't always pretty, but it absolutely is powerful. So during this season, we're going to navigate the dark feminine. We're going to reclaim the parts of yourself that you've been taught to fear, and we're going to realign your life and your business from the inside out. So I want you to expect some raw solo transmissions, some sacred storytelling, and also some unfiltered guest conversations from those who are doing the work and also living boldly in their truth. Now, realignment isn't just medicine for you, it's also for me. So for this season, our episodes are going to now drop on Wednesday. And the reason behind that is so that you have that midweek reminder that you are still magic. You're still worthy. And as always, you are immeasurable. So whether you're sipping tea, coffee, or maybe even a glass of wine under the moonlight, raise it high and let's toast to healing, to expansion, and to becoming the fiercest, most authentic version of you. Are you ready? Let's get into it. So let's get into it. Across ancient civilizations, dragons have never been just beasts. They were forces, guardians of rivers, mountains, storms, and sacred fires. They were the bridge between human and elemental realms. They were and are the keepers of the original balance. But balance doesn't mean equal parts of everything. It means right proportion, the perfect blend for you, or the perfect blend for that moment or this moment, and also for whatever season you're in your life. The elemental dragons hold this wisdom. They know when you need more stillness, when you need to burn brighter, when you need to flow, and when you need to stand your ground. So, elemental dragons, there's fire dragons, water dragons, air dragons, and also earth dragons. So let's break down who they are, what they do, and why we need them. So the fire dragons, truthfully, of elementals, they're my favorites. And maybe because my moon is Aries, it's a fire sign, right? But the fire dragons, they're the alchemists of transformation. They live in the core of your being. They show up in your passion, in your courage, and definitely in your sacred rage. They burn away all the bullshit, the false layers, and they light the way or the path forward. When they show up for you or when they come to you, when you feel them near, they're there to teach you not to fear destruction because sometimes, most times, the fire comes to clear the way for you to create. Now, the water dragons. The water dragons are the keepers of flow and depth. They live in your emotions, in your emotional body, in your dreams. in your intuition. They come to help you cleanse old wounds and restore the flow or the sacred current into your life or of your life. When they show up, they're there whispering in your ear, letting you know or reminding you that you can't control the river or the ocean or even the stream, but you can learn how to navigate it. Now, our air dragons, they are the messengers. They're the truth bringers. They're all up in and throughout the winds of change. They come to bring clarity, to adjust your perspective, and they also drop in those new ideas. When your air dragons show up, they are there to remind you that your breath, that is your first magic. So trust it, because truth is always carried on the wind. Now, the earth dragons. The earth dragons are the anchors. They're the protectors. They are the ones that are the backbone. They're the ones that are the heartbeat of the land, of the bloodline, of the soil. They are there to stabilize, to ground, and they're the courage that sometimes we don't feel or we can't seem to find. They are there to help that courage to take root. They come to let you know that you're not just a guest here. You belong. You belong to the earth, to the magic, and the earth and the magic belong to you. Now, when it comes to the balance, we're talking about the elemental dragons and how they carry the codes of balance. When you are able to awaken all four of the elemental dragons within you, that is when you really start moving differently. That is when you realize that your fire doesn't burn you out. It actually fuels you. The water, it's not there to drown you. It's there to nourish you. The air is not there to scatter you, but it's there to inspire you. And the earth, it's not there to be a prison or a trap. It's there to be a foundation. It's there to sustain you. This is what these dragons, the elemental dragons, bring. This is the balance, the code of balance that they carry. And when they're working with you, when they're working for you, when you invite them in, you'll find yourself no longer chasing balance as something that is mythical, as something that is unattainable. But you'll fall into living in a relationship with your elements, the elements within you and the elements within the dragons. And these things will begin to adjust to you and for you in real time. And you'll find it easier and easier to allow and to trust the dragons to guide you. Now, I know this to be true because when I began fully accepting the dragons or my dragons, I realized that in that moment, the issues and all of the feelings and all of the things that I was going through is because I was so angry, so wrapped up in all the things that I had to do, all the responsibility, all of the weight. So I was operating in all fire. There was no water, right? So there was no balance. I just kept going. I felt I had to go and I had to push and I had to keep doing and I had to just burn through whatever I could find in order to continue. My fire dragon was on full blaze, full roar. But my water dragon, I wasn't listening. I wasn't inviting her in. I wasn't allowing her to nourish me. And so it took very intentional steps, lots of talking to myself, lots of breath work, lots of Reiki, lots of breathing, lots of meditation and visualization, and even ritual to get myself in a place that I knew it was okay to slow down and that everything was not going to fall apart if I did. And the beauty of it is when I allowed her to come in, she shifted so many things for me. So many things became richer, more vibrant, because it wasn't out of obligation or responsibility that I was doing all the things that I was doing. I began to understand the purpose and the reason behind it. I wasn't exhausted. I wasn't drained. I wasn't tired. I wasn't overwhelmed. I began to experience my energy being replenished. I also began to have a better relationship, communion, and communication with my intuition. And that is what the elemental dragons bring. They will bring your best, higher, most abundant and authentic self to the surface in a balanced way. They bring you back to yourself. So as we get close to the ending here, I just want you to take a pause and ask yourself, which elemental dragon has been the loudest in my life lately? And once you have that answer, then ask yourself, and which one or which ones have I been ignoring? As with most things, you can't embody your full power if you're starving certain parts of your emotional body, certain parts of your mental body, certain parts of your physical body. You can't embody your full power if any of those pieces are starving. And when your dragons start to show up, they're not going to let you forget it either. They're going to be there reminding you, hey, we're missing something. Something's missing. Something's off. They will keep you on point if you allow them to. If this episode stirred something in you and you know that it has helped you, it has brought some things to the surface for you, it's giving you something to think about, then I ask you to share it with someone that you know or you feel has also been living or feeling out of balance. I invite you, if you want to get deeper into this type of work, working with dragons, and you know the dragons are waiting for you, then come join me inside the Temple of the Phoenix and the Serpent. It is my free Facebook group that is for those that are wanting to step into these waters, into this fire, into this foundation, into this experience, and into this power. I look forward to seeing you there. Until next time, honor your fire, flow with your water, breathe with your air, and root with your earth. Your balance is your power, and your power is immeasurable. Until next time, lovelies, cheers to your transformation. Lovely, the portal is opening this autumn equinox. I invite you to join me in reclaiming Eve, the serpent, and the fire within. Check out the registration page at subscribepage.io/serpent portal. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the U R Immeasurable podcast. My prayer is that something in today's conversation sparked a remembering or a shift and maybe a softening in your soul. If you love this episode, please share it with someone who also needs this medicine, and make sure you're following the show so that you never miss a new activation. Also, come connect with me on Instagram, Facebook, or even TikTok. My handle on all social media platforms is @Agitator Hyde. Also, I want you to know that my DMs are always open if you want to go deeper, if you have questions, or you just want to share what listening to the podcast has unfolded for you. Beyond anything, I want you to remember that your power, your path, and your purpose are already within you. You are not broken. You're blossoming. You are becoming, and you are immeasurable. So until next time, be well, stay bold, and always stay true to the divine within you.